What's up, guys? Sorry the video is going to be a little dark, but I got to give it to you while it's fresh on my mind and in my heart. So sometimes it's better to be a healthy second than a worse for wear first. Let me say that again. Sometimes it's better to be a healthy second than a worse for wear first. Now you might be saying to me, Mark, I want to be number one in everything I do. So do I. And you can be number one in everything you do. Number one to yourself. Number one by giving it your all. Number one by providing all of your talent. Number one by providing all of your effort, all of your persistence, all of your consistency. Number one in that regard, because sometimes there are just factors that are not at play for you that is going to allow you to be number one. For a good example, look at Lamar Jackson. They were having a stellar season in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is arguably going to be the MVP for this year for the NFL. But they lost to the Tennessee Titans, a team that had a record not as good as theirs, but they brought more effort. They brought more effort, right? So in that regard, sometimes there are just factors that are against you, like genetics. I'm not Kobe Bryant. I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm not Dez Bryant, right? I'm not LeBron James, right? As bad as I would want to play athletics, as good as all of those players I just named, genetics is against me. One, I can't jump that high. My consistency for being that great has never been there. I didn't play that game for that reason, right? I didn't play basketball because I wanted to go to the NBA. That was never my goal. We played basketball because that's what we had growing up, right? We had the courts, we had the parks, we had outside. So, I played basketball because I wanted to, because it's once I started playing it, it was a favorite sport for me. But I'm never going to play on those guys' level because I have not provided the same level of consistency and dedication that they have to that craft or to that sport. So there's sometimes there's just some things that are against you to keep you from being number one. You can strive and you can strive and you can strive, and in just certain arenas, you're never going to be number one. You can be the first person to do it, but it doesn't mean you're going to be number one. It doesn't mean you're always going to be the best. And no athlete in the NFL, in the NBA, in the MLB, in the NHL, never are they consistently number one. There's a certain thing out here called competition. There's a certain thing out here called other people, right? Who are trying to assimilate the same goals that you're trying to assimilate. Who are trying to create the same life that you're trying to create. You're gonna have to fight for that. But instead of being a worse for wear first, why not just be a happy second? You gotta get this. Instead of wearing yourself out to compete against the other people in this world, why not healthily, or why not in a healthy manner, be who you are and take the things that God is going to give to you in your effort, in your lane, in your discipline. Okay, but most importantly, in your health. I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at right now. The amount of effort that I'm giving my life, the amount of effort that God is giving back to me, the things that He's given me, the way in which we're over here getting things done right now, I'm happy. And I'm not stressing out at what I thought was the number one location just because they're number one by volume. Everybody that you hang around is not number one just because they're doing a lot of volume. They're just doing a lot of volume. Being number one is being number one on a complete scale. Being number one as a person. Being number one as a corporation. Being number one through your efforts and what you give and how you relate to people and how you treat people. That's number one. That's the type of number one you should be striving for. See, there are people that when I started my little venture that I'm on now, that I thought was going to come along and were going to side with me, that were going to help me. Why? Because I had supported them. Why? Because I had been there for them. Why? Because I was still trying to put them in front of opportunity. But truth of the matter is, they're not here for me. Truth of the matter is, I've got to chase them down, even though all I've done is look out for them. I've got to chase them down to get them to help me. I sent a text to someone, and I still didn't get a response about an issue I was having. Seen the person, still no response. So some people, they act like they're happy for these type of videos that I do. You know, they want to be motivated. They like the motivation. They want to be motivated by someone. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes down to it, and they see you putting into place your own, and using your own motivation for yourself, that's when they distance themselves. Like my wife said, some people don't help you to help you. They only want to help you to boost their pride, to say that they helped you, to say that they were there for you. Not because they actually want to help you. Around here, we're going to make sure our intent is direct and straightforward, and our intentions are pure. We don't have time for the mess. So, it's better to be a healthy second than a worse for wear first. Everybody's not going to be number one. And if that's the only reason you're doing it for, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Important line from the field, because this is where life happens.